Kissing is the best and the easiest way to control her emotions, her energy, and her thoughts. Once you are connected mouth to mouth with her, you become the one who is controlling her energy. And it's much more simple to control her in low energy zone. And that's what you should do when you kiss. Suck her energy down to low energy. Actually, it's very simple. You just the way you kiss. So kiss slowly and gently, just like you're making love with her. And that's totally opposite from what most guys do in clubs. And what they do is high energy makeouts. And that's wrong. Because high energy tend to bring girls to party mode. And once she's partying, it's very hard to control her. It's impossible to control her. And they become very flaky. And then, basically, you're just one of those guys she was kissing in a club. Some girls kiss with 5, 6 different guys during the night. And you're just one of them. And that's not what you want to be. Some girls go out and kiss, make out with 5 or 6 different guys during the night. And then they go home with one. If you do everything as I teach you, if you do everything we show you here, you're gonna be the one that goes home with them. Now, moment when you go for a kiss must be perfect. In general, you should avoid those awkward moments, and kissing is one of them. If you don't make it smooth, it's not going to happen. I'm going to teach you 5 different ways to kiss her. 5 different ways will sum every possible situation that can happen in your life. They all work only and only if you make them smooth. Once you kissed her, you can use this to solve any resistance that may come later. Because resistance comes from logical brain. And use kiss to create emotions to destroy logical thought. I have a very good example on this. I was kissing this girl in a club, and the goal was to get her out to my car. So I was moving her from sofa, couch, through dance floor, to doors, to my car. She stopped in one moment on a dance floor. She's like, no, we're not going out. I just kissed her for 10, 15 seconds, make out, and then just like proceed. It's gonna give you some time. Basically, you're buying more time. It's like computer. When you restart, it takes some time to reboot. And then, basically, she stopped and goes, no, we're not going out. I kiss her again. Basically, with a kiss, you're saying everything is alright. But you're creating lots of emotions in your body, which are erasing, destroying the logical thought, resistance. That's probably the best way how to solve resistance. Quick, just kiss, make out. If this doesn't help, then use the 3 rule, and that's like move her to another position or change her body language, change emotions that she has right now, and kiss. Combination of those 3 works every time. Actually, it's changing her state, and that is the best way, that's the core how to solve resistance. Some girls will be okay with kissing in front of her friends. Some girls won't. It's up to you to calibrate, because every situation, every girl will be different. If you see she's not okay with kissing in front of her friends, then isolate her to some dark corners in a club or anywhere away from friends and kiss there. See, some girls, they're okay with kissing in front of friends. Some girls have sex in front of her friends. So it's not that you must isolate each time. It's just some situations. But you must calibrate every situation. The first kiss pose we're going to show you is definitely my favorite kiss pose. It's perfect for clubs. You know situation when you are talking with a girl and there is no place to sit down to kiss her normally. Only thing you need to pull off this kiss close is a wall, clean wall. So once you find a wall, take your girl and take her there. This kiss close is perfect for loud, noisy clubs. It's perfect for clubs in general. So what you do is just say, let's go dance, or let's go to dance floor. Take her by the hand, walk towards the dance floor, and find any wall or barrier and kiss her there. You don't need to spin her with force. Just by walking, you create energy, and then stop, her body is gonna spin automatically. You stop, her body spins, then let her hand go, just flip it on other side, and then move her arm all the way out. Please. Notice how my body is close to her. So it just happened. And the moment is here. So I'm the one who created the moment. And it's perfect. She feels like she's being swept off her feet. That's their big fantasy. There is no force or being aggressive involved in any of those moves. This is rape. All the time she feels like she can go away if she wants. But she won't, because she feels so good. Second kiss close we're gonna show you. It's perfect for a dance floor when you're dancing with a girl in front of you, or for any other situation where a girl is in front of you and you have eye contact with her. What you do is take your right arm, place it here, so you get her right arm. Raise it up to the level of the shoulder and spin her around. Drop her hand, take those two fingers and place it on the neck. And then just short movement, one spin, she's here. That's it.
Kiss close.
We're gonna show you is typical date situation. When you are with a girl, she's next to you. Or any situation in a club, when you're talking with her, or you isolate her away from her group, and you have a private conversation. She is next to you, which allows you to kiss her. It's just one move, and that's it. But the key is to prepare it. So what you do is you keep eye contact with her during whole conversation, and then more and more look at her lips. When you feel she starts looking at your lips as well, then slowly keep your eye contact from eyes going down to her lips. As well, that's how your voice goes down. Quiet and quiet. So it's gonna look like this.
You know, I was like a couple of days ago in London. Should be. You know, you get beautiful. And then you pull her half and you go half in. What girls do usually is they break kissing first. They stop kissing first. And that's how they make you needy for more. They make you wait for more. That's how you become needy. They're smart. They know their game. So what you should do is you should steal this move. So you stop kissing first. So she wants more. And then talk. So kiss is just something that connects two of you. It's not your goal. The kiss should look like it was your goal to kiss her. Kiss slowly and gentle. And then, when you want more, just go in, kiss more.
Can you see? I've been dying just to see you to explain. Can you see?
Kiss is like a playing. And first kiss can tell a lot about people. So focus on her lips a lot. It's like a game, like a play. Focus on her upper lip, couple of seconds, then focus on her down lip. Play with it. Less tongue in the first few minutes.
Can you see? I've been dying just to see you to explain.
So pay attention to the corners of her lips. Those spots. They're very cute to kiss. And girls love it.
Because the man inside the cat is now the man I really am. I wanna
Once you create enough pleasure, introduce something different. Take a chunk of her hair and pull it. So you create some pain, some interesting emotion. So kiss becomes a cocktail of different emotions, pleasure and pain. Play with this as well.
changed, you heard me say that there's a snake head in the lake. You wanna get away, it's better. Seen its legs or wings, it's coming as we speak.
Kiss for a couple of minutes and then stop. I don't like making out in clubs because you become a club guy. So kiss her, but then talk. Drop it down, push her back, and talk. So tell me, what kind of music do you listen?
Blues.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What about jazz? You like jazz?
Yeah, I do.
I prefer jazz. Actually, I like blues, but like a black blues. I really like
Yeah.
a good black blues,
Me
but like
too.
with soul. That's perfect. So keep talking. So it doesn't look like whole goal of pickup was to kiss her. Kiss is just something that connects two of you.
Come again, come again, come again. I want to say, but never will. I never will. You didn't think that
The fourth kiss close.
Is when a girl talks too much or she's nervous. In the same situation, she's sitting or standing next to you.
We were going to the beach yesterday, and then, you know who we saw? We saw Leonardo DiCaprio. Really, he was over there, and
You close your eyes. And you kiss her. Make an energy. First kiss, low. More like you're making love with her than partying. That's how you set up the energy for the lady. With a kiss, you're controlling yourself, your energy, her energy as well. So use it wisely.
If you have problem with being nervous while talking with girls, then the core of those problems is your body language. Position where your body language is while you talk with girls. If you position your body so it's relaxed, you're gonna become relaxed because body is stronger than mind is. So you move your body language so it's relaxed, your mind will follow. Just use the space around you. Use things to make yourself relaxed. Chairs, anything that's around. Just make yourself as you're at home. So go down with your hands. Use the space around you. Put your right leg foot down. Just use the space. Be relaxed. Have a smile on your face. If you position yourself this way, you're not going to be able to be nervous because your body is relaxed. It doesn't have to be exactly this position, but move around, find what fits you the best for you. Find where you feel the best, most relaxed. That's how you're going to become relaxed. It's interesting, but the more space you use, the more relaxed you're going to be. The more space you use, the more alpha, dominant you're going to appear. So alpha is not just like some crazy moves, it's about being relaxed and talk with girls. If the chair is making you uncomfortable, of course you're going to become nervous. So change the chair or change your position. Use more chairs to become relaxed. So right now lean back and use this chair. This way you're doing several things. You're making yourself relaxed. You are leaning back. So you're not leaning in towards her, making her uncomfortable with your presence. See, leaning back is very important. Once you lean back, you do so many things. First, when you lean back, you become relaxed. You become relaxed. By being relaxed, she is going to become relaxed as well around you. It's a go first principle. Number two, when you lean back, your voice is going to become deeper because your chest relaxed. Your voice is going to become deeper, more sexual, more mannish. Number three, by leaning back, you are forcing her to lean in
towards you. If you lean in, she's gonna lean back. If you lean back, she's gonna lean in. So you're forcing her to lean in. Actually, it's called forcing an attraction. Even if she's not attracted to you, she's gonna become after a few seconds. Why? Couple of weeks before, months, doesn't matter, she was talking with some awesome guy, hot guy, and she was attracted to him. And she was leaning in towards him. This body language position got anchored with emotion she felt during that time. So now you're pushing her into the same body language position. So even if she was not attracted, you're gonna steal emotions from that guy. So whenever you are seducing girl, lean back. Hot girls hate needy guys. They want a guy who is indifferent. Guy who doesn't need her. So she needs him. By leaning back, that's exactly the thing you are projecting. That you don't need her. You're indifferent, non-reactive guy. So sit like this. Use things around yourself. Use environment to make yourself relaxed.
Come again, I want to say but never will. I never will. You didn't think that I'd be okay.
It happens when there are no place to sit down. There's no free chairs around the table. So there's no position for yourself to sit down or do anything. In this case, you should take her chair. Take one of the girls around the table, get her up, sit on the chair, get her on the knee. The move you do should be very seductive, like Don Juan. So, you start here, means this is normal position, you spin like this, goes up, then when you reach this point, goes down. You take only one finger, your finger, index finger placed here, all over her palm, and then just straight up above her head. You're just signaling to her body, stand up. And then you pull towards yourself so her right leg is gonna open up. And then you go in and sit down. And then you just take two fingers here and place her down on your knee. And then you can talk with the rest of the girls. So girls, let me ask you something. Any other opinion?
I wanna go back.
Don't do this on your target girl. Do on any of other girls. So your target is across the table. And then you can talk with girls. You can do it to a target girl, but it's gonna look like you're hitting on her. It depends by the level of attraction you have with a girl. Today, we have a special guest, Cortez, who's an expert in this area when we talk about body language. Topic is eye contact. And something I noticed about eye contact is it gives lots of trust to a person you're talking with.
In our culture, if you've just met someone and you're not maintaining eye contact with that person could think that you're hiding something, or that you're dishonest, or that you're shy, or that you're not interested in talking with that person. So therefore, it's important to get used to watch people's eyes when you're talking with them. Girls will also tell a lot of things about guys from that. If you're talking with a girl that you've just met somewhere at the bar or in the cafe or in a restaurant, and if you're watching down, watching around, staring at her tits, or watching at the ceiling, she will pick up bad things about you. So get used to just watching people's eyes when you're talking with them. It's sometimes for the beginners it can be a bit difficult, but that's something to practice. And if you find it hard, just practice and force yourself to do it until you get more comfortable with that. Like everything else that you're doing in pickup, with time you'll get used to that and you'll get more comfortable with that. It is important not to stare at people. So it's important that you hold eye contact when you're talking. So if you're talking with a girl, if you're introducing yourself, or if you're in the first 10 or 15 minutes from the point where you met her, it's important to watch her eyes when you're talking. So it doesn't mean that you have to stare all the time, right? So if she's talking, or if waiter is bringing some glass of juice or something, or drink, you can watch that person for a while. But it's important when you're talking something, when you're explaining, that you watch her eyes. Some people blink a lot, and if you blink a lot, you will look nervous. But also, if you don't blink at all, it could look a bit weird. So the point is, with eye contact, have measure. Get used to do that, but don't overdo it. If you don't do it enough, you will look shy, you will look afraid of her, you will look like you're not interested in her. And if you're staring at her, it could look a bit weird, and it can be uncomfortable for people, right? So the best way is to find a middle point where you're watching people's eyes when you're talking with them, but when those people are talking to you, you can watch down or watch at the side.
I couldn't agree more on this. Balance is the key. I had one guy who didn't blink at all. For some reason he's not blinking. And every girl after 1 minute she'll run away. She'll talk him for a minute because he didn't blink. He was just like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Probably this guy was nervous and he didn't blink at all. He forgot blinking. And basically, like, when you can try. Look at person and just don't blink. You see after like 45 seconds it becomes like weird, like you start saying it's like wrong emotions. And girls, as emotional creatures, they will notice this and feel it and run away. So again, like, just the key is to be normal. Just like you're talking with your best friends. Don't look at her tits, as he said. Like, look down, that's wrong. Because they're gonna smell, they're gonna capture those details. And you're gonna look as weird. When it's time for kissing, when you move, you're talking with her for like 10-15 minutes, and you move towards the kiss, basically. The time is coming. Pay more and more attention to her lips. So, from eyes while listening. She talks about something while listening her. Look at her lips. So move your arm from eyes towards your lips. Your eye contact, you move from eyes towards lips. So look at the lips. Project kissing those lips. Spend more and more time. Basically, if you heard about like triangle, which is left eye, lip, right eyes. Left eye, lip, right eye. There's a triangle you move while talking with a person. And you go for a kiss, more and more attention on lips, less on eyes.
Often you will notice that some girl is checking you out. it's usually a sign that she fancies you. So if you catch eye contact with some girl that's on the other side of the room, and it repeats twice or up to 3 times, it's a sure sign that she wants to initiate a conversation with you. So if you see a girl that is checking you out for the 3rd time, you have to go there and talk with her. Otherwise, she can think that you're not interested in her.
Yeah, that's so true. If you wait too long, even after like 3rd eye contact, you don't go there, you are hesitating. And she knows you are hesitating, you are afraid to approach her. So don't hesitate. When you see, go there, talk with her, use any kind of opener. Basically, eye contact is invitation of approach. She's sending invitation, come here and talk with me. It's a sign that attraction is already there. So go in, spend less time on building attraction and more time on rapport, connection. On the other side, you don't need to wait for eye contact to approach her. If you have it, perfect, good for you. If you don't have eye contact, go there anyway, if you like her. And build attraction, create connection, rapport, and close the deal.
When you're in clubs and bars, don't watch around too much. Don't check out girls too much. It's alright to check her out every now and then. But if you're watching at girls too much, you immediately look like one of those guys with a bottle of beer that don't have anything better to do, and they'll do their best to get lucky tonight, right? If you will be watching around, you leave an impression that you want to meet girls, that sometimes some guys look like they're desperate to meet girls. That's what you shouldn't do. Don't watch around too much. If you want to check some girls, do that discreetly, right? And if you catch some eye contacts, as Dan said, it means interest. One time she can check you out and decide that she's not interested in you. If she checks you out 2nd time, she probably has a reason for that. But if she checks you out 3rd time, it means that she's interested. Otherwise, why would she do that? Why would you watch someone that you're not interested at? You're not watching out, you're not watching girls that you're not interested in, right? So the same way, they will not give us 3rd eye contact if they're not interested in meeting us, right? 3rd eye contact means an invitation. It means I want to meet you. But it's more common that guys do a first move, and most women, they want a guy to do a first move. So when you see a 3rd eye contact, go there and talk with her. If you have good-looking girls in your company, then it's more okay to check out other girls more. And you will see that most of the other girls will stare at you, right?
When you stare at the girls, you become needy because you need them, and there's nothing you can do to get them. So of course you are needy. But on the other side, when you have girls around you, with you, and you look at other girls, you're not needy because you have girls. And see, girls like guys who are with other girls. Because it means social value. So they're gonna look at you, and this gives you easy opening. You can go there, you can talk with them. It's very easy to open them once you have other girls around. So sometimes you can bring girls to clubs, your friends, your girl, and pick up other girls. You will have lots of eye contacts, lots of invitation of interest. So when you go out with your girls or with your girlfriend, you can use them to pick up other girls. And you will see that you'll get lots of invitations.
It's different in public places, like on the street. Often one longer eye contact will be enough for women to show you interest, right? On the street, if a girl is walking towards you, there's no time for 3rd eye contact. So if you see that some woman is holding eye contact longer with you particularly, like 2 or 3 seconds, it's the same thing as a 3rd eye contact in a club.
Any eye contact longer than 3 seconds clubs, bars or street, it's sexual. It means something. So you can count 1, 2, 3, longer than this. I think 3 seconds, it's obvious what she wants. She wants you. Other side as well.
One more tip about eye contact. When you notice that the girl you're having an intimate conversation with is watching your lips, it's time to kiss her. And that time is passing very fast. So be quick and do that. It can sometimes mean that you're almost too late. Don't destroy the moment. Kiss her.
Come again, come again, come again. I want to say but never will. I never will.
I told you already a couple of times on previous DVDs that creepy fingers or touching girls only with fingers is wrong. Especially first initial touch. When all the force is placed on the fingers, that's wrong. Lots of people do this, and for girls it feels awkward, it feels like unnatural. And this is what guys do. He wants to put his arm around the girl, and then he does this, and then he puts fingers on the right shoulder. Fingers. And that's kinda, it feels awkward, because only touch is fingers. Our fingers. And that's wrong. Because there's nothing else she feels. It looks prepared, there's some intention behind it. So we need to make this move smooth, so it feels natural. And that's key. That is the difference between being natural and awkward. So to make it more smooth, do something like this. First, you touch up here, then it goes up, then you put your elbow here, and then it goes there. So before you place fingers there, you touch it here, 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 all the way back. Then you put, just rest your hand there. That is the smooth way. This is how it looks in your life. Keep as well attention that you talk. So there is no like awkward silence while doing this, because you're gonna look prepared again. It's more smooth if you talk. You know what's funny? Yesterday, the 3 guys were like walking down the street, in my street.
Yeah?
And what happened was like, one of those guys, he said to the other one, you know what? This street kind of reminds me of my street. Wrong way will be. It was obvious what I was doing. It was obvious I was thinking about touching, about how I'm gonna place my hand there. And that's what makes touch uncomfortable. So talk during whole process. Keep eye contact and talk. So it looks like you're not thinking, you're not doing it purposely, it's just nature. That's just like who you are as a person. Fingers on her skin there are not good. Especially if you have cold fingers, cold hands. And that's something that I notice around the clubs and bars all over the planet. Guys, they will like hold their beer all night long, like walk around the club with a beer bottle or with cocktail or anything like cold, and then he'll approach girls and he'll like touch her with those cold, creepy fingers, hands, and that's so not good.
I never will.
Let's talk about the voice for a few minutes. Voice is very important because it carries all your words, and we know that 93% of communication is body language. And voice, the speed of your voice, tonality, pitch is very important.
Some guys naturally have deeper voice. That voice is attractive to women. If you're one of those guys, this is not for you. If you naturally have a higher pitch of voice, you need to do something in order to get it down. Because women find very appealing, very attractive, very sexy, a good, deep, resonant, masculine, macho voice. It's something that is not, it's something that is deeper than them. It means all the women are naturally hardwired to respond better to a hard masculine voice than to a soft childish voice, right? If you don't have that deeper voice, there's a lot of exercises that can help you to develop it and therefore be more sexy when you're talking with women you want to attract.
Yeah, one of them I told you already is leaning back. What happens when you lean back? When you lean back, you use the space, you put your arms around. Your chest, your lungs spread. Your air goes down, so basically the lungs are big. So you talk from the belly. If you talk from head voice, it's gonna be high pitch, very like high pitched voice, and that's basically nervous voice. So what a lot of guys do is, what a lot of like nervous guys do, they tend to like their body language do like this. They're like yeah. So basically like all the muscles around your lungs flex. So you squeeze all the air out because they're flexed, they're nervous. So your space of the chest, of lungs are small. And you know what? You cannot create deep voice in small space. Take a look violin. Why is it like so high pitch? Because it's so small space. You cannot create in glass like this deep frequency voice. It's not possible. So one way is leaning back. When you lean back, you will see how your voice is gonna shift. You're gonna talk from belly. That's one way. Other way I like to use is, this is basically perfect and it works all the time. Here is an exercise to make your voice deeper. Inhale 100%. Full. Now exhale everything you have. And now inhale again. And now you're gonna exhale, and when you reach 20% of air, stop. Stop on 20%. Perfect. And now talk.
I'm cool.
See how now voice is deeper. See what happens? When you exhale and you empty everything to 20%, you have so much space in the lungs to create deep voice. If you talk with your lungs full, what happens? You can only create frequency, voice, in this small area. This is what professional singers do all the time. So if you want to have like a deep voice, do this: inhale, exhale, and leave only 20%. That's how you get like the belly voice.
Now, if you naturally have very high voice, some people naturally have very, very high voice, it doesn't mean that you can't be attractive. But you can always make more things to be more attractive. And you can always lower your voice for a few octaves. It doesn't mean that from a naturally very, very high voice you can start sounding like Lurch, but you can do a lot, and it's easy.
The way you talk should be slow. Put some pauses, spaces between the words. to make them more interesting. So every so and then, when you want to amplify something, create a pause where they think what is going to say, what is going to say. Movements and other gestures that you use should be the same speed as the speed of your voice, your words. If it is too fast, you talk slow and you have very fast movements, you're gonna look uncalibrated, you're gonna look awkward, weird. So if you talk slow, move slow. If you talk fast, move fast, energetic. But don't talk slow and move fast. That's wrong. So your movements, your body movements, should be the same speed as your voice. If you walk slow, you should talk slow. It's very interesting about walking. If you walk very fast towards the table, guess what? You're gonna talk very fast on the table because brain has only one speed. So if you walk fast, you're gonna talk fast. That's why approach starts when you walk towards the table. So slow down. If you slow down yourself, everything else what you do on a table or around the table or around the bar is going to be the same speed as the speed you walk.
Make sure that you sometimes change the pace of your talk because you don't want to look boring to other people. So if you're meeting girls and you know some people always have this monotonous way of talking, change the pace sometimes. Sometimes you'll talk faster because you're explaining something or because you're talking about some exciting event. And sometimes when the conversation is more personal, you will slow down, you will relax more. Generally make sure that your talk is not boring, that your talk is not monotonous. A lot of guys have this monotonous way of, like, their talk is flat line. Your talk needs to be full of ups and downs. That way you will keep attention easier. One of the biggest problems in crowded places, in noisy places, is how to keep attention. With interesting way of talking, it's easier to keep people's attention.
Yeah, noisy places. In loud clubs, it's like very useful to project your voice through the space. What I usually do is something different. I'm not sure how this works, but it works. When you talk with people, you want your voice to project your whole room. You don't need to yell. It's just something different that you do. And just instead of talking through your mouth, imagine you're like a speakers here and here on your chin. So like those like small PC speakers here, and imagine you talk through them. So like, and you can like turn it on louder and louder. Just like talk through them. Instead of talking through the mouth, you just talk, you project your voice through speakers. This way, you're gonna get this thing so like the voice goes through the room. This is very useful when you have like lots of girls in a group and you need to talk with all of them.
I have a good tip for our students, and that one is pronounce clearly when you're in noisy places, like clubs and bars. Now, those places are not the best places to talk, so the less talk, the better. But when you're talking, more important than shouting is to talk loud and pronounce clearly. That way people will understand you easier. If girls don't understand you, if they can't hear what you're saying, they will start feeling uncomfortable and they will start leaning in and saying, what? And then you'll have to lean in and it won't look good.
That reminds me on this thing that I do all the time is when I need to repeat something or she's too far away from me, what I'm going to do is like I'm going to just grab her here and get her close, blah blah blah. So it's not me who is leaning in, it's her who is leaning in. So it's always like kind of half-half. As well, what I do sometimes is I'm gonna purposely lower down my voice in very loud clubs. So it's gonna be something very interesting that I'm saying, but you cannot hear because I'm lowering down my voice, so it's more and more quiet. You want to make her leaning in towards you.
What I sometimes do is I just pull her close and I keep her that way. Also, what I do is I put my hand behind her back, and that way it's like I feel her, I get to feel her and she gets to feel me. And also we are closer and we can hear each other easier, but also there is this physical contact. It's a good thing to do in the clubs.
There's been a day I'd let you in. Now you know, yeah, you know I didn't win. Come again, come again, come again. I want to say.
Good way of walking can help you get attraction. If you're curious about this topic, you can spend a few hours in some public place, like lobby of a museum or a cafe, and you will notice how people that have a slower style, more dominant style of walking, they get more attention from other people. And you will also notice that some people just don't get noticed in public places. The reason behind that is the athletic, macho way of walking sparks immediate attraction. Now, some guys, they have this thing going on from that. Whenever they enter some place like a cafe or a club, they immediately get noticed. Some other guys, they always stick to the corners. They are in some shady places. They dress in gray colors and they avoid attention. Right? The good way of learning about this is watching athletes, how they walk. Right? You will notice like boxers or all the guys that do some sport that requires you to release a lot of energy, or some muscular guys, not too much. They always have this good way of walking.
See, the key, what I think, is like not to put too much attention on your walking, if you're cautious too much about it. Just let it flow. The key is to walk slow, to move, to do like a big steps, but to put the balance on left foot, right foot. You walk slow. As well, you must be aware that center of man's body is chest. So that's still, and things move. Center of female body is hips. As well, looking, where do you look when you walk? You look always above the horizon. You don't look at the floor. Again, you're avoiding eye contact. You just like look above the floor. That means your chin is up. And that's how you talk. That's how you walk. It means your chin is up. And that's how you walk. You carry yourself. Bigger steps, but put some time on those steps.
There's a big difference between guys that walk in this slow way with the chest in front, with the chin up, with the eyes above the horizon, and the guys that move really quickly and they have some kind of nervous movements. And that is the difference between being attractive and being not attractive. So it's not, you're not supposed to be overly aware of your way. Like you won't walk down the street and think, oh, what's the way that I'm walking? Because then it will become stiff. The best way is to train some high energy sport that will give you naturally this way of moving, and also to recognize, are you the person that moves quickly and walks too quickly and watches down in front of his feet.
Basically, basically general tip that you're trying to say here is slow radiates confidence and dominance. And fast movements are nervous movements. And they're not going to give you attraction. So, in general, all you guys, you should slow down your movements, your voice on a half of the speed. Everything you do cut on a half of the speed you do it. Slow it down. Because girls, for some reason, they love slow, indifferent, slow, reactive guys. The more slow it is, the more dominant, confident it's gonna appear. Walking is the same. This is a general tip for your body language.
Again, don't overdo it, because then you look like you think that your shit is too cool. So walk slowly, but don't exaggerate it.
When you walk, don't hide yourself in corners. Walk to center, to dance floor, but be cool, slow. Don't be afraid that people are looking at you. As well, it goes on dressing style. Don't dress in gray, dark colors. Dress more like a flashy. You want to be noticed. Being noticed, again, is going to cause some attraction. Some girls will look at you. You have more chances to attract some girls than if you're just dark corners and walking fast through clubs.
There is a big difference between guys that are dressed in a good way, in an attractive way, because they communicate different things. If you're dressed in a good way, if you have a good way of moving through the space, if you're holding the center of attention, if you're positioning yourself in the center of the room or on the very visible place, it shows confidence. On the other hand, people that keep on the side, they show lack of confidence, right? So this way of moving will give you more confidence and also make you look more confident. That is more attractive.
Yeah. Chest. Make sure when you walk, your chest go first. You're gonna know that your chest are up once you feel your back muscles. If you feel your muscles in the back are tight and you feel them, that means your chest are there. So you walk like there's a line to the space that goes to your chest. So you don't move your chest stays still, and you walk. Later we're gonna show you, gonna demonstrate you here on the floor how to walk through space. But just keep in your mind that chest are up and your eyes look is above the horizon. So when you walk through the club, as I told you, keep your chin up, it means eye contact. Your eyes above horizon. Chest out. There's a line that goes here. Walk on that line. Center of man's body is chest. Center of female body is hips. So you know how for them, hips go straight and they move. Everything else. Gay guys do the same. So how you gonna walk is chest up, bigger steps, slow. When you put your foot there, put all the balance on the right leg, put left foot there, all the balance on the left foot. Bigger steps, but slow.
Can you see me? Can you see me? I've been never will. I never will. You didn't think that I'd be okay. I'd be okay. Come again.
Guys, leading, it's crucial. Girls expect from you to lead all the time. So you should establish yourself as a leader. See, body and her emotional side of her loves leading. Logical side doesn't like to be commanded. So you're gonna command it with your actions, with your body. You cannot lead like, hey, would you like to go there? Or let's go there. She's gonna say no all the time. When you say, hey, can we go there? Can we dance? Can I
Maybe.
ask for the dance? Can I maybe go there?
Let's see.
Can we go outside?
I don't think
Can I kiss you? Please.
so. No.
See, it's always a no. So don't ask, demand or command. Do it. Just take and lead like it's yours. Before you lead, just say to logical brain where you're going and what you're going to do. So logical brain doesn't freak out her logic. So just use something, any excuse, any reason why you are doing this. So if you want to sit her down, say, you know what, let's sit down, let's go there. If you want to move her to the other side of the bar or club, just say, you know what, I'm thirsty, let's go get some drinks. And then don't wait for her permission, for her approval. Just take her by the hand and lead her there. Don't wait, don't turn back and look, eye contact and wait for her approval. Just do it. Girls expect from you to lead during whole process, from beginning till end. The less things she has to do, the more successful you're going to be. So, while you're going there, you cannot lead like this, because if any resistance happens, she's gonna slip away. You cannot lead like this, because you have no force, she's gonna slip away. Only possible way, the right way, is you take those two fingers and hook it here. See? So you can go, just, there's no force, it's not grabbing. There's no force involved. Just let it slip here. And then you lead. You go first. Leading means you go first, she follows. So for example, right now, we are going to sit down. So you're going, I go first, she's leading. I'm gonna spin her. Exactly. So she's gonna sit down. Then you use your hand, just place it on her hips and sit her down. This is the breaking point. If you know martial arts, you're gonna understand what it is. So just use your hips, no fingers, just push it here, sit back down. You must lead exactly where. Don't push her down. That's wrong. Don't command, sit down. Because she's not gonna want to sit down. You must do everything. Other way you can do it is use one finger, just press here, then she's going to sit down. Simple as that. Make sure when you spin that her ass gets exactly on the chair, not left or right. Be careful. And the fifth kiss clause. When you see her against the wall, do this. You take your right hand and you go for her right hand, like this. Once you get, you pull this direction. So she opens up her right leg. She moves against the wall. In that moment, you go in. See, at this point, her hand reaches the highest point. You do one more step and lean against the wall. In that moment, this arm goes behind the wall, behind your head. So something like this. You go in. Okay. And then you let it go. It goes through her hair here. In this moment, you don't look in her eyes anymore. You start looking at her lips. Project kissing those lips. And then you go in.
Yeah, there's a snake head in the lake. You wanna get mean monkey thieves, they stole my soul. Miles from home, in a place that's never cold. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know whatever happened to us all?